Devon Witherspoon, the defensive back out of Illinois, has been linked to the Lions in various mock drafts. Spenmo Rax, big Devon Witherspoon guy, right?
I like him, yeah.
He likes him a lot. Kirby Joseph also went to the University of Illinois. We have some sound here. Devon Witherspoon talking about what it would mean to play with Kirby Joseph.
Yeah, and this is from Dante J. Furco of Fox 2, Illinois.
There you go.
I'd be fine to be over my dog. Me and him, our chemistry is like we already know what we're going to do out there on the field. So he always got my six. That's what we always say. So he always behind me. So I was like, all right, I got everything in front of me. So that'd be dope, though, to be on the team with my dog, for sure.
Man, he looked like Spenmo.
He was pretty happy.
Yeah.
He lit up.
He was fired up. Yeah. I hadn't seen that clip before. I like to take these in as we do them. He's juiced up, D-Mac.
Yeah, but I mean, it's sort of what we talked about before when Micah Parsons came out and said nobody wants to come to Detroit. Well, yeah, the veterans that we've seen, that has changed, but also, too, the young guys. And I'm always talking about the why. You look at the pathway, guys that have already played together. There could be, if he falls and Brad Holmes does draft him, well, you can see the reason why, right? Automatically built in. So I like the way that they're talking, the fact they play together, that they talk about chemistry, that you can see it's natural. When he's asked about it, when you get relaxed like that, right, and being younger like that, he's just telling you absolute feelings. There's no guard up there. There's no coach speak, so to say. There's no cliches to that. He was telling you that, I saw that. What is that? 15-second clip.
Yeah.
And I know him and Kirby Joseph are boys.
Well, it was.
And there's something to it, right? Like it was genuine. I guess to my point, when we're talking about the Detroit Lions organization, whether we're talking from inside or outside now, which is different, the conversations are genuine. Whether it's players wanting to be here, whether it's a coach, everything that's coming out of here is real, Neil. It's what real football, what we've watched for 30 years, 40, 50 years, whatever it is, other teams do. That's what's going on.
Well, and here's the deal, too. WoodwardSports.com chat there. Robert Colosia, thanks for lobbing the softball up for me. I'm going to go ahead and swing and knock it out of the park. Neil, question. Is spending the 6th pick on a corner, is it worth it? Hashtag cap talk. No, but what if it's not the 6th pick? You see what I'm saying? And
this goes in the conversation of, okay, so immediately you think, okay, it could be 18 pick, but what if he's not there? But also too, but you could trade
12?
back. You're at 6. You got Atlanta, you got Vegas behind you. Chicago's at 9, but the 7th and 8th pick, you could move back, pick up another pick, and get this guy. So, would you? I guess the question is, Neil, are you concerned as much that if it is a corner that goes first, no matter where it is from Brad Holmes, is that concerning for the cap or anything else?
I mean, I don't like it personally at 6.
Because
right.
of what it does future. Because what we're dealing with in a Jeff Okudah going 3rd, right? $10 million. That's why.
Which you have to decide on May 1st, by the way, which I think I know which way I would go. I'm not paying him double-digit millions per year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it.
Well, not when you've
I'm not being a legend killer here. I'm just going data
but
to
would
expense.
that not obviously on May 1st, so that's after the draft, right? But the whole thing is that won't that dictate if where a guy's chosen in the draft? Obviously, if your first pick is used on a corner, you're not re-signing Okudah, right?
Bingo.
Yeah.
So bingo.
I think that if it could be something that if they move back, picked up some more picks, if that was a situation, then you might be able to get the corner. But I don't think it would be the 6th pick. I think it would
correct,
be the 7th,
and that's where
12.
it is. And I'm starting. And DMAC, look, as much as I like Jalen Carter, and as much as I'm a simp for Jalen Carter, obviously I'm a bigger simp for Brad Holmes, and this all boils down to, and you're going to hear me repeat this time. You've heard me repeat it before. The biggest weapon this organization has is Brad Holmes with a draft card. Like that. It's been proven. It's been proven. And I see MPWMU says, I want quality over quantity. See, I'm not. I think quantity is quality.
Yeah, what if you get both?
If you're Brad Holmes drafting, where you've proven that you're going to hit on 90% of your picks, right? I still like Councilman asks about, Dan Campbell saying that teammates, you were talking about Jalen Carter. And all Dan Campbell says, well, it's very interesting. And people want to know, is that a pro or a con? It's both. Whatever he wants it to be because he hasn't tipped his hand.
Yeah.
Right? You just got re-raised.
and he called the first time around,
Absolutely.
too. So now you really got to think about it.
What range is this guy playing?
The good old check raise.
I'm a fan. You know I'm a fan. You know I live for the check raise.
Oh, yeah.
You know that I do.
I got into a deep hole of Facebook poker for a while.
I did too.
It just kept pulling up on my Facebook, and I was watching, what's his name? Tommy. I can't remember his name, but he was like the poker kid is what they call him. And
Tom Dwan?
Yeah, and all those guys. And it gets intense, man. There's some real deal stuff going on. It's fun to watch.
Poker's huge still these days. There was a big boom back in, the early 2000s into the middle, but now all over the place. I think the World Series is going on.
Yeah, COVID brought it back. We started playing poker just online on the app because everyone could play together. It was big time.
Everybody could do that.
Yeah. Tony says, Will Anderson's my dream pick. I'd trade up for Will Anderson, getting a premier player on a 5-year rookie contract. And Tony, again, you'll hear me repeat this. I'm not in the business of taking away the biggest asset my organization has, which is Brad Holmes with draft picks. Stay the course. See, and I got a feeling I'm going to be...
in saying that, if Brad Holmes does that, you're all for it.
Unless he does it.
Right. No, but that's on his call, right?
Yeah.
He's got the call. He can audible to whatever he wants. Isn't it beautiful? Because there's so many different options. You can't say exactly which direction the Lions are going to go, or let alone the teams ahead of them, but the flexibility that Brad Holmes has and how good he is in the draft. You know what it's like, Neil? Where do a lot of people, I'm one of these that love the Japanese steakhouse, right? This is the Japanese steakhouse you go to the once a year on your birthday with your whole family, right? And you've been there, let's say it's a Benihana or something like this, right? And that old school chef comes out with all the food, and you know him because he's been doing it there for years and years, and you know it's going to be a spectacle, right? You know that he's going to be flipping, he's going to do the volcano, he's going to be, for the people, he's going to be throwing shots of sushi, around, or shots of sushi, shots of sake, around to everything, we're drinking wine and stuff like this. But what I'm saying is you're there for the, wow, whatever he makes. Oh, I don't know what he's going to make here. Oh, is he going to the chicken or the whatever it is? But it's just a spectacle. It's awesome. That's what we're going into. Get your popcorn. Get excited because we trust the process. Up, down, back, forth, stay, not stay, who we take, whatever like this. I'm 100% behind Brad Holmes because he is that master chef coming to cook me that Japanese steakhouse.
And I feel bad that I keep going back to this with it when I talk about the draft. I have like my two principles, and every draft conversation falls back to it. Tony, WoodwardSports.com chat, they're barf on you saying that you're a simp for Jalen Carter. Tony, you watch a clip? You watch him play? You ever watch Jalen Carter play football?
I am too. I'm with you on that one.
It's pretty good, man. He's pretty good when he plays football.
The greatest thing for Jalen Carter is the fact that Dan Campbell came out and said, I don't judge people in their underwear. That's the best thing, because he's sure Tech didn't show out in his underwear.
Yeah, and here it is, Tony. You know what, man? I'm not hiring him to be an Uber driver. I'm not hiring him to raise my children. I'm not doing any of that. I'm bringing him here. I'm drafting him to play football. Good at football. Saw the tape. Georgia was great. He was a huge part of it. Like, what? Sorry, man. I'm not caught up in the character stuff. I don't care. I care about winning football games. That's what I care about. And this isn't the first time that it's not the first time we've had this discussion, and it won't be the last time we have this discussion.